Okay, well, I have good news. My speakers have arrived. Got them back from the shop today. Let's open this up and see. You can open them up with me. Let's take a look. Just give me a second here to carve through all this packing material. All right. There we go. See what we got here. These are for the Crosley radio and the RCA 78 record player. This is the bigger of the two. This should be for the Crosley. Let's see if we can take a look here. Bear with me. Kind of like Christmas morning, isn't it, kids? Alright. Now, looks like he's got some zip ties on there to protect it. Short work of those. There you have it. You remember what that looked like. You know, that had, I mean, I cleaned it up a little bit before I sent it to him. Looks like he's done a little bit more cleanup work. It's looking really nice. He put a new voice coil in it, new dust cover, and of course a brand new cone and the cone surround, you know. So we'll get that connected to the chassis in the next segment of the Crosley radio series and see how that sounds. But yeah, that looks fantastic. So first thing I'm going to do is, when I'm done with this video, is tape this piece of cardboard back on it for now so that nothing bad happens to it. Let's see what the other one looks like. This is one from a little RCA 78 RPM record player. And now that we have these, I can get back to the videos for these two. And same again, you know, got some zip ties. Okay, ba-bing. Oh yeah, see? Kind of the same thing. Brand new cone, new dust cover, you know. That's great. You know, I could have, like I said, well, you know, my original plan, if I reach over here, my original plan was to replace this with this because it's more or less the same. But it doesn't have the mounting bracket. And I just didn't want to mess around with trying to find a way to attach this to the chassis or stick it to the side of the cabinets, you know, where the speaker grill is. This way I can just put this where it belongs, and it's the original piece, and you know, so I know everything's going to be fine. So anyway, that's that. I wanted to mention that my speakers are back. We can get moving on those projects again, and I'm going to be very careful with these, not to put any holes in those brand new, beautiful speaker cones. Okay, I wanted to take a quick look at some upcoming projects that I might do some videos on. I probably will. This is a Capitol Records C45. It's basically the Capitol Records version of an RCA Victor 9JY. It's from 1949. It's all there. I peeled this off, and you know, this will have to be flattened out and glued back on there after I polish up the brass. The only thing I've really done is I've started repainting the tone arm. It's going to need a little bit more work than that, but we'll probably do a little series on this. These are really simple basic players. It's just an accessory player. You just plug it into an amp. It doesn't have its own amplifier or anything. So that's one thing that we will probably get to in the near future. On the radio side, we have this nice Stuart Warner. It's an 1101H. Oh, I think 1946. These are, this is a 6-tube set. It has a tube rectifier. The later versions that look like this, the 1400 and the 1500, have a selenium rectifier. So this is a nice 6-tube set. And this is the original paint. It's the original ivory color, but it's black Bakelite underneath, or very dark brown. I'm not sure yet, but the paint's basically just scratching off with your thumbnail there. So we'll get the paint off and decide if we want to just shine it up or if we want to go ahead and repaint it. So that's another future project. Stay tuned for that. And then here's a little something I found recently in a thrift store not too far from my house. See, I got another one of my kids in the background for this video. The first one was in a video, so now the second one had to be in one too. It's only fair, I guess. Try to have this going the right way. This is a Airline Montgomery Ward's record player. 78 RPM only. A little 2-tube amplifier, but it's got a volume and a tone control. It was only $15 in a thrift store, and it's pretty good shape. This faux alligator skin or whatever it is, actually in really good shape. So is the hardware. The hardware is nice. So we're going to fix that up too. So you might want to stay tuned for that. Just want to give you some idea of some of the things that I'll be getting to in some future videos. And there you are. And as always, thanks for watching.